Hey guys, it's Logo Dragonite here, and welcome to a new What If series. This is gonna be part 1 to What If Kurama raised Naruto. Now guys, I know a lot of people have made their own versions of this, but I'm gonna take my own spin on it, and I'm gonna start with the first fact. Kurama is female in this, like Matabi, the two-tailed cat spirit. She's female, as well with the seven tails Chome. Because it never really seemed sense to me when I watched the original anime that there were seven males ill-tailed bees while only two females. So I thought I might change Kuroma's gender for this. So anyway, continuing on, growing up with with Kurama, Kushina kind of felt like a sister bond with Kurama. Like Kurama wasn't that bad, that at evil everyone made her out to be. She was just kind of a big territorial and defensive, plus sometimes very aggressive towards those who make her mad because she has that Uzumaki temper, even though she's not an Uzumaki. And Kurama, while inside of Kushina, sensed something very special about her. And when she read the chakra of her, she was shocked. Kushina may have been 90% Uzumaki. Well, actually, 95% Uzumaki, but there's a 5% that actually was Senju. And this chakra, Kurama is sensing, belongs to the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju. But Naruto's not going to get wood release in this. I'm just clearing that off. Now, fast forward to the 9 months before Naruto is born. While Naruto's growing, Kushina and Kurama are like girl talk, and Kurama is kind of excited for the new baby to be born. And she starts to develop these, well, mother instincts, I guess you could say. Because how female animals are when, like, a member of the fellow species, like, they're helping them with childbirth, essentially. So, we skipped the night where Kushina gives birth to Naruto, and here are two things that were unexpected. One, Naruto has a mixture between yellowish and reddish hair, but it's more redder, and his hairstyle, well born, looks exactly like Minato's when he first entered the academy. When first you see like a young Minato. Anyway, the same happens like in canon, except we get to the point where Kurama is freed from Obito's genjutsu, and she basically just stops what she's doing and senses where Kushina is and actually walks over there. Now, the hidden shinobi try to follow her, but they couldn't because there's an Uzumaki barrier surrounding the house that Kushina and Naruto ran. When Kurama gets there, she could tell that Kushina is very weak, so she lends Kushina some chakra so she can recover. Though, unfortunately, like in canon, Minato does have to seal the nine tails out of Naruto, but Kurama mentally links up with him and say, seal the full me inside of him. But before you do, allow me to scan your memory, so that way all your techniques won't be lost, and I can teach him all about you two. So, Minato and Kushina agree. Minato does the 8-prong seal on Naruto, and then he does a very special version of the Reaper Death Seal. Like, this is a one that says, Reaper Death Seal, Jinchuriki seal. And the full 9 tails of seals out of Naruto. But unfortunately, because of chakra loss, Kushina and Minato still fortunately die. A couple days later, the council deciding what to do with the baby. The civilian council wants to put Naruto in the orphanage, while Danzo was thinking about taking him for a route. And there were a bunch of other clans that want to adopt Naruto, but what clan can't control the Nine Tails? But then all of a sudden, while they're bickering, you hear a woman's voice go, "Enough!" And everyone was shocked. And then they turn to the baby, and they see this chakra like leak out and take a form, like kind of like a chibi pet of Kurama. When Kurama goes, "You will not be doing such things to this boy." Right. And they could tell, they were shocked to see Kurama speaking to them, and then Kurama looks at little third and say, "I will take him to his family's compound and raise him there. It is his birthright, seeing as he is the heir of the Uzumaki clan. And of course, the civilians were going to protest this, as well as Danzo, but then in Fugaku and Hisashi Hyuga, as well as Shikaku Nara, and I believe not Ibiki, I can't even pronounce the name of Ino's dad, but he all confirmed that, yeah, he is a clan heir, so she lived there. So, Uma takes on a human physical form, and it looks a bit like, what would be a good example for what she looks like? How Hinata would look if she was an Uzumaki, but with red eyes. Eyes, like when she is like 18, like in the movie The Last of Us. So Kurama picks up Naruto and walks to the Uzumaki compound with him. Of course, while Kurama was living inside of Kushina, she actually had to talk to Minato and recommend why not have the two compounds as one, but say it's just like the Uzumaki compound, not including the whole Namikaze thing. So they get there, and before they passed, Kurama was given the keys, well, the ability to break the seals and go in the compound. So they get in there, and Naruto was crying, but Kurama was humming a lullaby to go home to sleep. Now we pass 3 years to when Naruto is 3, and Danzo actually revealed the whole Naruto is the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki thing when on his 3rd birthday. And Kurama knew that it was Danzo. She even told Little Third about it himself, but villagers were starting to hate Naruto stuff, so Kurama decided to bring Naruto into his mindscape. Because Naruto doesn't exactly know who Kurama is, but when he goes to mindscape, you see this giant fox behind this interesting, seal, but also the fact that it's a beautiful landscape too. Like, there's a pond, there's beautiful mountains, hills, trees, a very beautiful place. And Kurama goes, "Well, hello, Naruto." And Naruto is free to this, Sensei chuckles, saying, "Perhaps I should shrink down." And of course, Kurama shrinks down and turns into a human form. And Naruto goes, Who are you?" And Kurama says, "I'm a friend of your mother's. Call me Kurama. And before your parents died, they asked me to take care of you and raise you. They even sealed me inside of you so I can look after you." And Naruto, says, "So my parents really are," and Kurama just sadly nods, saying, "Unfortunately." And Naruto and Kurama, they get along great, but there are going to be those spikes of moments when Naruto goes the tail of Beast Cloak. But right away, Kurama starts training Naruto at the age of 3. Now, she teaches him basic chakra instructions, which is tree walking, the boss thing, and Naruto does it for about 6 months, but Kurama is thinking in her head, he's not going to grow fast enough to protect himself. So she actually goes into the Uzumaki compound library to see if there's a way to help Naruto grow faster, and she finds a scroll with the shadow clones, and she teaches it to Naruto, and when Naruto does shadow clone jutsu, a 3-year-old Naruto is able to make 20 clones. And Kurama just smacks in her head. She's thinking, I got a prodigy on my hands. So for 2 years, Naruto does tree walking while he's walking constantly with shadow clones. At this point, Naruto is 5, and he is able to have pretty much like 100 shadow clones down. And his control is as good as the 3rd Hokage's, who is hailed as the god of shinobi. And afterwards, Kurama began teaching Naruto basically all the stuff Naruto learns in his 5 years at the academy. Kurama teaches him when he's 5. And Naruto, since he actually has someone who's caring for him and helping him, is like a prodigy in his own right. In the original canon, if Naruto had the right resources, he could have been a prodigy better than Minato, but no one supported him, so that's why we got the regular Naruto. But in this, since Kurama is raising him, he is doing very well. So, while Naruto, he's like a fast learner. So, within 3 months, he's pretty much learned the whole courses of the academy in 3 months. Like, he memorized everything. And Kurama notices this, but she keeps it to herself. She's thinking it must be a side effect of the Uzumaki and Namikaze blood mixing with each other. So, halfway to when Naruto's 5.5, he meets Hinata. He rescues her from the bullies, and since he knows how to do basic taijutsu, those bullies go run away crying, and Naruto actually helps Hinata up and takes her to the Hyuga compound, and where the bodyguard who was in charge of Hinata was there. And of course, he was wary of Naruto because, the QB brat, as people have been calling Naruto, even though it's not his fault. I mean, it's not his fault that Kurama was seen outside Naruto, and Kurama is slowly putting up anger about this because she has mother hormones going on. Like, she thinks of Naruto, legit thinks of Naruto as her nephew. Ooh. And she kind of thinks of Kushina as her sister, because that's how close the bond was with this version of Kurama and Kushina. Now, when Naruto turns 6, Kurama actually tests Naruto's chakra natures, and surprisingly, they were wind release, water release, lightning release. So Naruto inherited lightning from Minato and water from Kushina, but Kurama could sense that there was something else, something deeper within Naruto's chakra, but she didn't want to press it when Naruto was still inexperienced. So Kurama helped Naruto do the exercise for them, and since Naruto can use shadow clones to do it, he's constantly trading. But we came to the problem with the whole library situation. The Konoha library wasn't exactly letting Naruto in, but they did allow Kurama in. So, Kurama thinks, Naruto, can you make a clone? And Naruto goes, Shadow Clone Jutsu, makes one clone. Kurama takes over that clone and haranges into a human form, and she goes to the actual shinobi library. Now, Kurama makes her look like she's wearing a tuning vest, essentially. So, she quickly finds all the books on chakra control, taijutsu styles, and like a few ninjutsu and genjutsu scrolls and books, and quickly reads through a lot of them. So basically, by the time Kurama is done with that day, she's read 1/3 of the library. Afterwards, she makes the clone pop, and Naruto gets all the information. Now, Kurama says that this won't exactly help him as much because he needs to practice the jutsus. So Naruto is only able to use E rank and D rank jutsu at age 6, but he knows a few C rank jutsus like Earth Style. Oh wait, not Earth Style. Water Style. Water Dragon Missile. So, Lightning Style. Lightning Palm. And Naruto, since his main affinity is wind, Kurama taught Naruto a bunch of wind techniques, which is Air Palm, Great Breakthrough, Wind Bullet, Vacuum Bullet, Wind Cutter, to give some examples. And each day Naruto gains a little bit stronger. And by the time Naruto starts the academy at age 7, Kurama would have read the whole library and transferred that information to Naruto. And right away, the teachers can tell that Naruto is amazing. Like, he's a prodigy. Within his first week, he was able to get the top scores, all that stuff. And everyone was in awe of him. Though all the civilian council kids, still hate Naruto. But all the kids who are from shinobi families, they don't hate Naruto. They think he's amazing. And Sasuke looks at Naruto and he thinks, wow, just like Big Brother Nissan with his talent. And after the first week, Naruto was actually sitting in his house on his weekend when he used to knock on the door. Kurama, who sensed that there was no hostility from them, tells Naruto to open the door. He opens it, and he's surprised to see the third Hokage with Kakashi and Itachi in and the third goes, "Ah, Naruto, may I come in?" And Naruto goes, "Of course, Hokage Gigi." So they go in, and Itachi and Kakashi are surprised to see how well kept the place is. And then Hokage says, "Naruto, with what you've shown at this first year of the academy, I believe you are able to achieve the rank of Genin. But I wish to ask your caretaker about her opinion on this." And Kakashi knows about Kurama, but Itachi doesn't. So when Kurama takes herself in her fox form, she says, "I agree, but I'd rather him train for 2 more years before he starts doing D rank missions, Lord Third." And during those 3 years, is 2 years actually, Naruto trains with Kakashi and Itachi. Unfortunately, the Uchiha massacre still happens, like in canon, but Naruto actually visits Sasuke because since Naruto is a full-fledged shinobi, he doesn't have to go to the academy. So Naruto is there to help Sasuke go through the pain, even sparring to the point where Sasuke would just throw all of his rage and anger at Naruto, and Naruto would just slowly heal from it. And he would say to Sasuke, "Feel better?" And Sasuke would nod. So, Naruto, mind you, this is a 9-year-old Naruto now. Actually, no, it will be an 8-year-old Naruto. Actually, no, it is 9. Messed up there for a second. Sorry, guys, it's just really hot right now, so my glasses keep fogging up. So, anyway, Kurama decides to teach Naruto some C-rank techniques. Though, what I'm gonna wait till the actual bell test to reveal some of them. But Kurama actually one night has Naruto makes a clone while she prepares stuff for his training the next day. Kurama actually sneaks into the Hokage tower and reads the Forbidden Scroll. Now, what she writes down is all the elemental techniques for wind, water, and lightning. But she thinks in the back of her mind that Naruto is close friends with Hinata and Sasuke, so she also copies all the fire-style jutsu and earth-style jutsu, because Kurama thinks that Hinata is an earth-style user, like nature, kind of like all Hyugas. So, on a side note, Hinata and Sasuke have been training with Naruto constantly. In fact, Naruto did the chocolate paper test with them, and Sasuke has fire release and lightning release, while Hinata has lightning release and water release. So Naruto taught them a few like E rank and D rank techniques, and even taught them the chakra control exercises like water walking and tree walking. And Hinata's dad Hisashi isn't exactly how mean he is in canon. In fact, he's a lot nicer to this. In fact, he even invited Naruto and Sasuke over a couple times for dinner, and they were chilling out, have fun. So anyway, Kurama is quickly reading through the scroll when she comes across a page that kind of gives a bit of shivers, and that page shows the Reaper Death Seal and the reanimation jutsu. Now, Kurama is thinking about it, saying, "Well, if I memorize it, I won't share the information with Naruto. I'll just keep this memory locked away in case he actually will need it." So Kurama does, but then Kurama spots something interesting. Like, there's a seal there that requires Uzumaki blood, so Kurama taps it, and that seal reveals a key. And Kurama is confused at this, so Kurama goes back to the Uzumaki compound and finds a locked room in the library. She puts the key in there, opens it, and it scrolls on Uzumaki techniques like Fuin Jutsu, Ken Jutsu, even like the personal fighting style of the Uzumakis. Now, Kurama thinks that this would be good for Naruto's training, but then she gets an idea. So she takes the fighting style of the Uzumakis, which is the Whirlpool Fist, and she takes Minato style, which I don't know if it's what his style's name is called, but she actually writes a new taijutsu style that combines both of them and calls it the Dragon Fist. How it works is that basically, if you hit a key point along a person's structure, you can break their bones, essentially, or numb them very badly. It's an improvised version an improved version of Minato's style with the flying Raijin. And yes, Naruto at 11 then also learns the flying Raijin and the Rasengan. Now he doesn't know changes in nature with the Rasengan yet, and Naruto at this point has been in a team for about 4 years with Kakashi. And Naruto in total has done 120 D ranks at this time. And about 10 C ranks, 4 B ranks, 1 A rank, and when he was doing a B rank, he actually discovers one of Orochimaru's laboratories. In there, he finds a few diaries that actually contain some wind jutsu, like Great Vortex and Great Hurricane. And also, Naruto sees a fire style jutsu in there. And Kurama went pale when she read it through Naruto's eyes. Great Fire Annihilation. Madara Uchiha's technique. And inside, Naruto said, Kurama goes, Naruto, you must take this scroll, and make sure no one can use it. Especially after the last person who used it was able to kill hundreds of shinobi with one use of this technique. Now Naruto knows Kurama's full story and understands why she would freak out about this scroll. But he takes it to the Uzumaki compound and puts it in the fire style jutsu section. Now, 1 year left before the start of the anime, Naruto actually goes to the Hokage and asks if he could go with the Hokage to another village to study their things. So, Naruto goes with the Hokage when they go to the Hidden Waterfall village to discuss trade agreements for, like, resources and stuff. While there, Naruto meets a green-haired girl named Fu, and they get along fabulously. In fact, Chome even says hi to Kurama, and Chome's surprised to see that Kurama has her own little young one to take care of. And while they're there, Chome has Fu show Naruto a few tricks. In fact, Naruto learns from Fu water style, exploding water wave, water style, water wall, water style, water prison, and water style, water shockwave jutsu. Now on the way back, they come across a man. This man is Kakazu, before he joined the Akatsuki. Now Kakazu, like, there was no harm from him, because as Naruto just says, old man, he's not a threat. He's just traveling. But they still stayed and ate at the same area. And Kakazu could tell there was something special about Naruto, so he asked the kid what his natures are. And the third Hokage is hesitant to this, but Naruto says, I have wind, water, and lightning. And Kakazu nods, and he go into his pouch, and Hiruzen was very careful because he thought Kakazu was a blowing weapon, but instead he pulls 2 scrolls. One scroll is an Uzumaki scroll, and the second one is a summoning contract scroll, and says, these were given to me by an Uzumaki survivor, saying if I ever were to find another Uzumaki, I would give this to them. And the Uzumaki he's talking about would be Hashirama's wife, Mino Uzumaki, Kushina's great-grandmother. Yeah, I'm making Naruto have a very big lineage, so he's related to Tsunade in some way. Anyway, he gives his scrolls to Naruto, and Kakazu goes on his way, where he's later met Orochimaru, and is recruited into the Akatsuki. At this point, Kakazu would have been in the Akatsuki for at least 2 years now. So, Naruto reads the summoning scroll, and it actually has 3 summoning contracts. The first being toads, like Jiraiya. The second was actually ravens. In the third, and Kurama was surprised at this, it's foxes. So Naruto bits his thumb and signed all the contracts, and he practiced summoning for the rest of that year, as well as doing a few more C ranks and even a couple B ranks. Now Naruto has a lot of cash, okay? And he also has a lot of knowledge too. So he even, like, every once in a while, whenever Jonin Sensei was having trouble teaching, like, for example, Guy was with Lee, he actually would ask Naruto for some advice. Yeah, Guy asking Naruto for advice, that makes sense. But Naruto's so smart and so kind. He actually helped a bunch some of the other Jonings and the squads success rate, like how many squads are formed. Instead of like 9 graduating out of 27 to become full ninjas, about 12 out of 27 graduate. That's better than most. So, Naruto recommends to get why not teach Lee strictly taijutsu and have him use weights to get stronger. Guy doesn't know this, but Naruto actually knows the 8 inner gates, as well as the strong fist. But Kurama told him just to mix that in with his dragon fist style. But don't use the 8 inner gates unless absolutely necessary. Naruto also has gravity seals on him. And by the time he's 12, they are level 3. If Naruto removes them, he is exactly twice as fast as Lee is with his weights off and canon at this point. And we get to the graduation day for everyone else. All those people who passed. And Mitsuki takes a kid who didn't pass, and he has him steal the scroll. Naruto's walking about and sees the kid running with the scroll, follows him, and he confronts the kid, puts the kid under a genjutsu to see why the kid did it. And the kid explained that Sensei said, if I read this, I will pass. And Naruto says, that's not the right way to pass. That's a way to the future. The bad way to the future. And then Mitsuki shows up, and he does the whole spiel, and Naruto says, I can tell you're lying, Mizuki, Sensei. And Mizuki dresses bravado and starts attacking Naruto. Ruka shows up and begins fighting Mizuki, but Mitsuki surprises Ruka with a demon shuriken slicing Ruka's leg, and then Mitsuki is about to kill Ruka. But then all of a sudden, you hear, no! Or like a demonic anger, and Naruto, for the first time in a very long time since he was 8, tapped into Kyuubi chakra. Now, you just see him with the eyes and that stuff, but Naruto has the enhancement of like the Zero Tail cloak and just punches Mizuki, knocking him out. Naruto also learned medical ninjutsu from E rank to mid C rank techniques to be able to heal Iruka. And Naruto takes the scroll and gives it back to the third Hokage, and the third's very proud of Naruto. And then there's 1 week before team selections. And guys, this is when I'm going to end it off. But in the comments below, what team should Naruto play on? Should it be the same as canon, Team 7? Should it be Team 7 with Hinata? Or should I make a customized Team 10 with Asuma? Anyway, may the force be with you always, and I hope you all have a nice day.